In this video, we're going to take a look at some characteristics of rational functions. Those are simply functions that have a fraction in them. And the variable is in the denominator. And we're going to be looking for the domain, the vertical asymptotes, and the horizontal asymptotes. If this is the first time we are meeting, hello. My name is Dr. Marissa May. I am on a mission to help students feel confident in their math class. And so this video is just one way that I do that. So let's dive in. Now, the domain comes from the denominator. So I'm going to take my denominator of 5x plus 2, and I'm going to say that it cannot equal 0. Think about it. We know we cannot divide by 0. So we're just taking everything that's in that denominator. We're just saying it can't equal 0. Now you solve it just like an equation. So we'll subtract 2 from both sides. I've got 5x does not equal negative 2. And then I'll divide by 5, so x cannot be negative 2/5. That may seem odd, but that's exactly what our domain is. If you want to write it as an interval notation, we'll just say that our domain goes from negative infinity to negative 2/5, not included, and then it begins again at negative 2/5, not included, and goes on to positive infinity. You can write the domain either way, but I want you to be able to recognize it depending on the format you have. Now, let's take a look at the vertical asymptotes. These also come from the denominator. And in the vertical asymptote, you're just going to take that denominator and say that it equals 0. Sounds very similar, right? It is. It's exactly the same work we're doing for the domain. So I'm not going to go through the steps there. I know my vertical asymptote is at x equals negative 2/5. Now, finally, we've got a horizontal asymptote. And the horizontal asymptote is a little bit falling into 3 different cases, okay? So you have to look for the highest exponent. Where is the highest exponent? If the highest exponent is in the top, we tend to say that's top heavy, then there is no horizontal asymptote. If your highest exponent is in the bottom, like ours is, we say that's bottom heavy, then y equals 0 is your horizontal asymptote. So ours is y equals 0. Now, let's deal with the third case though. What if the highest exponent is in both the top and the bottom? That is where you take the numbers in front of your highest exponent and you divide them. We'll look more into that in another video, but for now, our highest exponent, our only x, is in the denominator, making this function bottom heavy, and therefore we have y equals 0 as our horizontal asymptote.